Welcome, acolytes. Today I am reacting to lack of entertainment. Irrelevant. Mermaid and Aladdin director says Disney needs to change course. For F's sake, this is okay. I think you already know what this will be about. And by the way, I'm concentrating fully on the freaking reaction just because, well, I need to de-stress today, so this is why you won't see like a little family gameplay in the corner down there, just a nice black side there, but it's irrelevant. So let's just see what Lack of Entertainment has to say about it, and let's start. And by the way, if you like me, can leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and press the notification button, and show me and Lack of Entertainment some love. And I like the troll, by the way. I really like it.
It's that time of the year to repeat the same thing over and over again. Someone from Disney comes out and they say they need a course correction. How many times have we heard this? I wonder which...
I'm gonna be honest. All the time, it's not even something special. I personally am surprised that he is surprised that somebody in Disney actually said something like that for a course direction, because it's time and time and time again always the same. So it's not even a criticism against him. I'm just surprised he's surprised.
Which is what more often Disney releases the first gay character ever. No, seriously, Google that. You will get like 20 results from like 20 different productions. Every single time they announce something, it's like, oh, the first gay ever! Are you not hyped? Are you not excited? Will you not purchase? Buy, it has gay in it. It's like...
I always hate this freaking argument. And just for those who don't know my stance on it, I literally don't give a single F about it if there is a gay character in the film or not. I only care about if the freaking film is good and if the character is actually shown properly. Except it's an action game, you know, like a game, action film like John Wick, then you know the action is the focus.
Like, that's their marketing, right? And every single time they release a new thing, it's like the first ever. In other words, erasing the previous history, erasing the past to make new for reinventing the wheel. And this is also part of Disney. Like, every now and then it's like, oh, we need to change course. Oh, we focus too much on stuff that people don't like. We need to change course. And they keep saying this for the last 3 years. But they seem incapable of just doing what Disney used to do, like the magic of Disney. Fucking the Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact like has commercials that recreate the magic of Disney. A fucking phone game is capable what one of the richest companies is incapable of doing in 2024.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know this, but I am baffled right now. I am literally baffled right now. This really did. Oh my god, this is. Okay, I accept it.
I would be ashamed if I was Bob Iger or whoever is the chief editor. I would be ashamed. I would not be able to look in the mirror. I would be ashamed with myself. I'd be like, how did I manage to accomplish this? Like, seriously, if I had the time machine and I would have gone 15 years in the past and someone would be, V, we're going to pay you $1 trillion and we're going to put you in charge of Disney, but you have to ruin it. You gotta ruin the company. Like, just make it so it's a toxic brand. Make it so whenever a Disney movie come out, people go like, meh, I guess, maybe, I don't know. I'll be like, no, it's impossible. I mean, it's Disney. You can't do it. It's got so much prestige. It's got the reputation. It's back. Like, the fucking mouse has a broken back because they are carrying American culture around the world. Like, people all over the world knows about Disney. What do you mean ruin it? You can't. Well, apparently it could have been done. It was possible. Like,
by the way, there is not a single thing that's well, there are some possible things, but if it comes to things that actually well, you see that are made by humans, you can ruin it. It takes time, but you can easily ruin stuff like that. It's not even, in my opinion, a problem. You just need the correct grid and time and just grind it out until you just freaking destroy this beloved thing. And as I said, it's not a problem in my eyes. It's not even something that's entirely unrealistic. So yeah.
And it's exactly what I've been saying as well. One of the things is it's not even the spin-offs or the remakes and shit like that. We're going to go into that in a little bit, but whenever they're making a new product, they're focusing on the character rather than focusing on the universe, on the setting. Like, I want you guys to think when they announced Adventure Planet.
I already disagree with him, because focusing on the character isn't the bad thing. The bad thing is that you ignore the universe. That you can literally do a character. Just make a character and let him see the world from his perspective. Let us just see the world like the character sees it. And it's fine. You can be character focused in a world. And Warhammer 40k is a pretty good example of that. The characters, they're the Primarchs, one of the most freaking strongest beings in the freaking universe, and they still struggle. You can still see behind their eyes how they see the entire thing. And yeah, so not
they
just
focus on a character. It's like, no, it's like, what if we take a story that takes place in space, but they have like these Imperial era spaceships, and we add some really cool characters, and people wanted to watch that because like, wow, that's actually really cool. Let's see how it's like. That sounds really great. Now it's like, The Little Mermaid. You like The Little. We're going to do it, but now she's black. Pay us money, you racist pig. It's like, what the fuck?
He's not wrong. He's not even halfway wrong about it. He's on freaking point with that. Sadly, I wish I could say that I disagree with him, but then I would lie.
And by the way, the remakes. Let's touch a little bit about the remakes. I already know these stories. Like, one of the main reasons people hate spoilers is because it actually breaks the story. Like you don't want to know what's happening. You want to experience it. It's part of the fucking magic, right? You go there, you experience the thing for the first time. I already know Aladdin. I already know Little Mermaid. And the cope. The fucking cope is, well, if they don't do it, they lose their intellectual property. What the fuck do I care about their intellectual property? I don't want to pay Disney so that they can keep their intellectual property. I want to pay Disney so I get entertained.
Okay, I agree and disagree with him. On the one hand, I agree with the things he just said. Yes, I want to pay freaking Disney to get entertained. But you know exactly what the hero's journey is. You know how the hero's journey will go. You know that. But it's not the fact that you know the hero's journey that makes it interesting. It's the character and the how it's told. How the freaking thing just goes. Will he slay the dragon? Will he do that? Will the person do that? Will he find the... In which way will this and this happen? So definitively not the story itself, but the explain or the telling of the story is just shitty.
I don't understand the scope, like, because like the thing is like, okay, they made one live action remake. Oh, that's cool. You know, they wanted to see how it's like to make it with real people. Okay, fine, make one live action remake. Another one. Okay, they made 2 live action remakes. Another one. Okay, they made 3 live. Another one, and another, and another, and another. It's like, dude, just stop. Like, I already seen these things. It's like, when are they going to stop? Like, I'm genuinely curious. It's like, oh, well, if they don't do it, they lose their IP. The fuck do I care about their IP?
Yeah.
Notice how anime isn't doing this shit. Manga isn't doing this shit. It's like, well, the IP expired. Okay, well, it expired. It's in public domain. It's as intended anyway. Like, that's the whole thing. It's like, now it's in public domain. It's been so long. Let other people have a crack at it. Make new stuff. Make new...
I agree with him. Yeah, fully. I mean, I still think that if you have something of your own, moving it to public domain automatically isn't the best thing, because even after all those years, I actually don't want, as long as I use my character, I don't want anybody else to use him. That's shitty. I worked with my character all the time. And of course, it's a bit different with Disney, but... And I even agree, because the Disney Aladdin, you don't need specifically that. You can actually do something of your own with Aladdin. It just nobody does it. Because Aladdin is old things, like... The story of Aladdin just nobody gives a fuck about anymore, or different things, because it's already got a really good story out of it, and maybe someone that actually is new in this entire shenanigans and just does maybe something different with it, yeah, then maybe, but right now nobody gives a shit. It's to a certain degree public domain. You just can't do the Disney thing.
Can't. They literally can't. So apparently the animated filmmaker, John Musker, who directed such Disney films as The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and Hercules. And by the way, are they going to live action Tarzan? Because you know they gotta race swap something. Like, they just can't help themselves. I mean, it's literally the ethos of this. It's Disney magic. Disney magic is taking a white character and turning them black. That is Disney magic right now. Like, that is the extent of what they're doing. They just can't have a story the way it is, like the way one cat.
Disney magic is dead. It's just dead right now. You can revive it, but probably not. Not in this day and age. You won't. It's just gone. It's just gone. If you want Disney magic, you have to just look for it somewhere else, because Disney won't deliver.
Character. At least one character has to be race. I want to see who they race swap in Tarzan. Like, for some reason, that is the one live action that they do not want to make. So they're saying that I think they need to do a course correction a bit in terms of putting the message secondary behind entertainment. When the fucking director that did the Little Mermaid is saying this. The classic Disney films didn't start out trying to have a message. They kind of did. But it was like a message that was appealing by everyone. Like Pinocchio, what is the message? Stay in school.
Yeah.
Right? Like behave. Be a good boy and behave. That was the message from Pinocchio, which every single fucking parent can get behind. Like, even it's a Democrat parent, a Republican, a Muslim. Literally everyone can get behind the message of Pinocchio.
True.
Nowadays, it's a different message. The classic Disney films, according to the director, didn't try to start out trying to have a message. I mean, even Aladdin has a message. Like, the message of Aladdin is that you can find a good heart amongst any type of people. So even the common hood rat can be a good person. Who can get behind that message? Democrats can get behind the message. Republicans can get behind. Everyone can. Is it political? Okay, fine. But like, everyone gets behind it. There is no person that will come out and will say, well, no, actually, there is this group of people that doesn't have kindness, and you can't find the group. No.
Yes, there is. And you know exactly who that is. Because yes, there is a group that specifically says that people of a certain color actually are naturally bad. So I have to disagree on that one with you. Also, a lot of disagreements with someone I actually agree a lot with. So yeah.
that's the essence of Aladdin, isn't it? Right? And also, do not lie about yourself. That's another message, right? Because like that was the problem with Aladdin. Like he disappointed the princess about lying about being a prince when she would fall in love with him just by being who he was. And the other message is like, well, if you're a prince or if you're a hood rat, you know, you're still human.
Yep.
Because that was like the thing when the princess goes out of the castle pretending to be a normal person, right? And she interacts and falls in love with the land. And like that's the thing. It's like, well, behind the veil of being a princess, she's actually a real human. The classic Disney films didn't start by having the message. You don't have to exclude agendas, but you have to first create characters who you sympathize with. Well, is the other thing is like, you need an agenda that literally everyone is behind. You can't have the Democrats' agenda. Like, if you're going into that level of politics, politics is divisive, man. Even if it's the winning party and they win by like 55% of the vote, you're alienating the other 45%. Can you even afford to do that? And even then, you're focusing on American politics. Like, can someone from Saudi Arabia get behind it? Because up until now, Disney was literally universal. Even even the Nazis and the communists like Disney. Even in the fucking Soviet Union, people like...
That's true. By the way, that's true. It sounds funny, but it's true, yes.
Like Disney, and Hitler used to draw it. It's like literally everyone, like from Hitler to Stalin and in between, everyone like Disney, because it was a message that everyone could get behind. Well, I wonder if Hitler actually liked those... World War II cartoons where they made fun of the Japanese and the Germans. They probably not those, but before those, they weren't trying to put the...
I bet you that he even liked those. I am pretty sure, because a lot of people just have a self-deprecating sense of humor, so...
The message, and by the way, when they did put the message, which is like the World War II cartoons, like if you watch them, you'll see what I mean. They're banned now. Like, even Disney is ashamed of the time that they put the message. And it was an anti-Nazi message, by the way. But even now, like, they're like, oh, okay, shit, we did wrong. And they're banning all those cartoons. Despite the fact that those cartoons, I would even add, like, the anti-Nazi cartoons that Disney used to make are much better and more entertaining than the shit that they put out now. Like, even then, they didn't have to make remakes. And no, like, they created new stuff. But yeah, I don't have hopes for this company. And this is why even Disney is like, yeah, we need to focus on manga now. The problem is, like, they're not going to get their own manga studios and make their own manga stuff. They just want to censor and sanitize and get in line the already existing mangas. Because that's what they're probably going to do. They're going to go in Japan with lots of money and pay anime studios to work for them. And if you work for the mouse, you're going to have to use all the censorship and sanitize and make it for a modern audience. In other words, make your manga shit. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, they won't have that much money. They keep losing it. I hope they keep going to war with DeSantis. I love it when they do that. Like try to make DeSantis' political career to be depending on how poorly Disney is doing. Because that's what happened. It's like DeSantis would go up in polls when he would fuck with Disney, and when Disney managed to win lawsuits against DeSantis would go down in polls. So literally, like, the man's political career was tied to the failure of this company. I hope they do that more. I hope they try to do that more with other politicians as well. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.
Yeah. Agree? Disagree?
Is that
Find
time?
It fine? Anything else to say except, yeah, nice. Good night, acolytes.